Okay, I'm trying to get this set up. Okay. I'm home in my little onesie, my dinosaur onesie. It's very childish. Um, so I have been working on getting monetized on YouTube. Well, I really haven't been. That's the problem. I have not been consistent. And I appreciate people that have left feedback. Um, I've gotten all kind of feedback and I appreciate it all. Like, I don't listen, some people get offended. I want feedback. Like, my thing is, do I need to niche down? And what would that niche be? I wrote a whole bunch of topics, which I'm going to go over with you guys. And I want some more feedback. Like, what do you think would be the niche? Me, honestly, I can't narrow it down. I have 52 years of life experience of so many things. I've been so many places and I've been such different versions of myself over these years that it would be hard to say what I'm best at. And so many people come to me for so many things, so many topics. And I'm just like, you know what? What's really messing with me is that this monetization thing, it's like a mental block. I swear, like I can get billed and monetize on any platform and I do it quickly. And I've done it for businesses. I have a marketing company. But it's like some mental blockage. Like, you know what it is? I think I've watched too many YouTube how-to videos over the last year. I was so busy consuming all this information that I'm like, I think I got to make it perfect. I got to do this. I got to niche down, like all these things. Well, honestly, I just got to be myself. That's all I've ever been. And it's really worked out for me in life. Like, come on now. I got on Love and Hip Hop, just being myself. I'm not a singer. I'm not a rapper. Just a regular high school dropout, ex-dancer from Baltimore City who, was told I'm never going to be anything in life from a very dysfunctional family. I've accomplished a lot. I have my own nonprofit for 9 years, domestic violence. I've gotten awards from Senate and Congress and all kinds of stuff. Like, so what makes me think I can't just be myself like I've been all my life? And I've really excelled at that in so many arenas and different groups of people worldwide. I've traveled all over the world. I mean, just so many things I could list. Why would I just box myself into a corner with one niche, right? But then again, you don't want to come on my page and it's just a whole mixed bag. But that's why I'm going to just put stuff on categories. Like, people really like my life. Like, I get millions in engagement on my Instagram page every month just from playing with the dogs, just from going to Trader Joe's, just doing whatever. I mean, my life is pretty interesting. I moved to New York, 22 years ago and started my whole life over when I was 29. Like, that's a whole story. That's a whole accomplishment. Because I know there's people out here that need this to see how I did it and what it took for me. I mean, I packed up a U-Haul and came up here. I only knew 2 people and it was snow on the ground and started over. How do you do that? A lot of people want to start over in other places, but they just don't know how. I did it. I don't even know how to look in this phone, but whatever. I'm trying to do the sideway thing. Is that vertical? Is it right? Horizontal? Anyway, I'm learning this. And I don't know how to use this microphone thing still. This lavalier thing. I'm working on it. And I don't even know if this is straight. But do I need a niche? Maybe, maybe not. And I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to just box myself into that, because how do I know if I picked the right niche? It could have been the wrong niche and I could have been better at another niche. You see, I'm overthinking this. So some of the topics that I think, let's see. How to build your social media organically, which I'm very good at. My Facebook is blowing up. Oh, that's a whole nother. Oh, I didn't know Facebook was so ignorant. I've been battling Karens this morning. And you know what? It's immature. I normally ignore them, but I couldn't help it. Like, these are like QVC rebel bitches, like, on me. They're like, oh my God, so much cleavage. Bitch, your titties are hitting you in the knee. Like, shut up. Anyway, how to protect your energy. fake female friends, how to navigate that whole thing. I really don't have many female friends left, and I'm very happy, to be honest. I've cleaned house because, whoo, honey, I have stories for days. I mean, grown-up mean girls, the shit they do, like, it's horrible as grown women that they've done. Caring for an aging parent that has dementia. I took care of my father the last year of his life. It was not easy. Like, his wife died a year before him from liver cancer. And I had to get him. There was nobody to take care of him. So I brought him from Baltimore up here to New York. It was very challenging. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about him. We reconnected. You know, I've been up here, and he was in Baltimore. So yeah, we called each other, but I got to know him all over again as an adult. And, you know, the dementia got really bad. That was heartbreaking. I get choked up even talking about it. But I had to stay strong for him. It was just me and him. He died in my arms. So, you know, I used to just cry all the time because I felt so helpless watching him get worse and worse every day. And he would cry for his wife. He would scream for his wife. And I'd say, oh, she's at bingo. She went to Florida. You know, I had to learn how to lie just to keep him at peace. And people fought me on that. I'm like, why do you want to keep upsetting this man and telling him his wife died? He didn't remember going to the funeral. He didn't even remember the funeral. Why would you keep upsetting him and he's going to forget in 10 minutes? You tell them she's at bingo, she's at the flea market, stuff that they normally did together. And he said, oh, okay. And I'll be like, Daddy, she'll be home in a little while. Oh, okay. He even forgot he smoked. He smoked cigarettes his whole life. He forgot he smoked. I said, Daddy, you haven't smoked in years. You've been on the patch. Oh, I have? I said, yes. A lot of things. So yeah, that's another topic. You can see it chokes me up to even mention it. Because I had no help, no support, no family here to help me, but I managed. So, you know, I know there's a lot of people out here taking care of loved ones, and they have no one to talk to. I understand, because I went through it. Let's see. Let's see what else here. Let's see. I almost died from a blood clot a few years ago. So I have portal vein thrombosis. So it's something a lot of people may have. And, you know, talk about the whole blood clot process. I didn't know I had one, and I almost died. I was in the hospital for a month. I'm permanently on Eliquis, which is a blood thinner, twice a day. It's, you know, changed my life, obviously. I always have to go to the doctor and get blood work taken and check my iron levels. A lot of people have low iron. They don't even know it. I had to get 2 blood transfusions. Because of that, I didn't even know I was anemic. It was a mess. And I had no idea. Thank God I called an ambulance. Let's see. Bipolar depression. I've had that forever. I'm on Wellbutrin for that. Been on that since my sister OD'd from fentanyl. I don't like to say certain words on here. I don't know what's allowed on YouTube. Every platform is different. And then 2 weeks after that, my best friend died of an asthma attack. He was only 28. And then a year after that, my niece died, her daughter, from the same thing. And that was the love of my life. I raised her because my sister was on and off of drugs her entire life. And I had to be one of the ones, along with her husband, who was also actively using at the time, to make the decision to take her off of life support. She was on for a month. It was the hardest decision of my life. So that's another topic. So the depression, back to that. A lot of people are out here depressed. Some people are on medication. Some people are not. I've been non-medicated and I've been medicated. I find the Wellbutrin just keeps me evened out, because I used to be like up and down, up and down. It keeps me like level. So, you know, I love it. But what works for me may not work for you. I also go to therapy once a week. Something else I can talk about. I also have PTSD. It goes on and on. Now, do you see why the niche? I could do a channel about each of these topics. I have post-traumatic stress disorder from surviving domestic violence, which is my charity I have for DV. I decided to use my platform from being on reality TV to speak up about it and bring awareness. And it's the best thing I ever did. Because shame on me if I would have stayed silent about it. Like, oh, an abuser hates it when you talk about it. Ooh, they don't like that. They don't like to be outed. Yeah, so I've had PTSD, and just talking about that, like, I get anxiety a lot. Like, it's a lot of things involved with that. Let's see. Okay, this isn't that. That's not the list. Oh, uterine fibroids. I've had fibroids most of my life. I had a fibroid embolization done. It did nothing. I want to talk about that because people keep talking about this procedure. It didn't work for me. It did not work for me. Maybe it works for other people, but it was painful. I had to do inpatient because I'm on blood thinners. I had to be supervised. I spent 7 days in the hospital. Hell, it was summertime. It was hot. They brought this roommate in and she stunk so bad. Oh my God. She smelled like the gutter, like sewage. And I had no choice. She was like right on the other side of the curtain, like 6 feet away from me. I mean, coochie, nasty fish, smelling armpits, stink, sweaty. Oh man. I said, please move me, move her, please, something. Get some fucking Lysol up in this bitch. Do something, spray the bitch. Like, I can't. Anyway. Yeah. So the uterine fibroids. Anyway, now I have had the menopause, or I don't even know if I'm going through menopause. They say I'm not, but I feel like I am. I don't get it anymore. Thank God. Because it was deadly. Like, I couldn't function every month for most of my life. They were so heavy, the periods. Okay. How to create an e-commerce business. So when I got out of the hospital, I started my own brand called Serving Looks. I own the trademark for that. It's cosmetics, well, lip glosses. I have 68 lip gloss colors, lingerie, clothing, and accessories, and logo apparel. Honey, I would never do it again. Never do it again. And they make it look easy on social media. Oh, start your own e-commerce brand. No. You got to push the brand. You got to like drive people to your website. You got to do inventory. You got to ship orders. Never again. I'm just really at this point narrowing it down to lip glosses and logo apparel. Simple. I don't want all that extra shit. That was my mistake of overbuying. And I want to talk about my mistakes that I made so you don't make them if you want to do e-commerce. And then people are like, oh, just get a fulfillment company. It wasn't that big yet. Breaking into the entertainment industry. Now, I've been acting and modeling since I was 12. So that's 40 years in the game. I can show you my first headshot. I was so cute. The ins and outs of getting on TV. Man, and I didn't just get on TV. I did so much stuff like in Baltimore as an extra, just to be a part of things, to see how production works, just to make contacts, to build up my resume. I did a lot of, free stuff, really low paying stuff, but I got to be around a lot of actors. I did Homicide. I did something for Michael Moore in DC. That paid. That was a good pay. That paid $900 a day for 2 days. And that was like the 90s. That was a lot of money back then. So I didn't just get on VH1. I didn't get on reality TV till I was over 40 when other people told me, oh, you're too old, you're too fat. No, I wasn't, obviously. Glad I didn't listen, and that's another topic. Don't listen to the fucking people, what they say, unless they're doing better than you. Shut up. Let's see. Okay, plastic surgery. We all know I've had some of that. I had the chin lipo. I had the neck lift. I've had the boobs. I've had the lipo. Lots of things. So I ended up even working in that business for 5 years as a patient care coordinator, which means I basically sold surgeries because where's the doctors? The doctors are doing the surgery, so they don't have all day to sit and hope you may book or not. So they have patient care coordinators that sit and answer your questions. We take your deposit. Now, if you leave a deposit, most doctors do meet with you before your surgery, obviously, because they know you already booked. But they don't have time. Where do they have time to do the surgery? They don't have time to do consultations all day. Hello. So talk about that. Like if you're interested in getting plastic surgery, I have a wealth of information because it has become such a oversaturated industry where it's hard to decipher who are the real plastic surgeons from these scumbag fly-by-night doctors you see on Instagram. And a lot of them Photoshop their before and after pictures. So there's so much stuff I know from being an insider. Okay. Okay. Looking your best over 50. Hello, I'm 52. I think I look pretty good. This is no filter. I have a little bit of makeup on because I just did a TikTok video promoting some makeup. Anyway, I have a little bit of concealer, lip gloss, and mascara on. I think I look great for over 52. And I'm still working on my weight. I went back to the gym. I'm starting in the gym again. I want to lose 20 more pounds. I've lost 30. Talk about that. And you know it's not easier. The older that we get, it's not easy. It gets harder. Our metabolism slows down. Just a lot of things. Hormonal changes. But I've been forcing myself to get up and go to the gym. I don't know where I'm looking in this camera. I have it sideways. It's so weird. Let's see. People know I have 2 rescue chihuahuas. I've done a lot of work with pet charities over the last 10 years to bring awareness to Adopt, Don't Shop. It's so important that people know, about these puppy mills and these dog breeders and pet stores. Shame on them. But I don't want to get depressed because, talk about when I was a dancer, an exotic dancer in the 90s, before lap dances were even invented. Imagine that. We sold drinks and got commission, and you got paid by the hour. Let's see. Definitely, and I already did a video dating over 50. It's no different than dating any other age. They still play the same games. But I'm more aware of now I want to date men older. I don't want to date these young guys anymore. I just don't. I haven't. Let's talk about being celibate. I've been celibate over 2 years. What that's like. I love it. We'll talk about that. That's a whole nother topic. I don't want to be bothered. Oh, it's windy outside. I don't want to be bothered. I don't. I don't feel like I've met anybody in the last 2 years that's even worthy of any of that. And I'm proud of myself because now I'm good. And also too, another topic, having no family. My whole family's gone. I think I talked about that being an elder orphan. It's serious. Like, I have to think about who to leave my dogs to if something happens to me. When you have no family, most people can't even fathom that. They usually have somebody. I have no grandparents, nobody. And speaking of that, I do have one surviving relative, which is my mother, who I haven't seen or spoken to in 18 years. No, I've spoken to her. Who? She's the one that texted me, "Karma's a bitch," when I came out of the coma in the hospital a few years ago. My own mother. I had to block that. I had to block her. She's a jealous, miserable, nasty demon. You've never seen it. She was never a mother. She abandoned me at 12, told me you're old enough to take care of yourself, and left to go, left with my brother's best friend that was staying with us in the basement, who was closer in age, my older brother. Sick. So, I have abandonment issues from that. She was like the mother from Precious, the movie Precious, but 10 times worse. There was, without the incest, there was none of that. But everything else, she's never been a mother. So I've raised myself. That's a whole nother topic. There's a lot of women out here that have never had a mother in their lives. And it's hard. It's very hard. And I can't believe I've come so far and been so accomplished without having any family support, any support at all. Also another topic, my brother unalived himself 2 years ago, my older brother. And I really tried to talk to him and talk him out of it for 6 months. And he doesn't even know why he did it. I don't know why he did it. That's a whole nother topic. Do you see why it's so hard for now for me to niche down? And I'm probably forgetting so many things. Modeling. I've been modeling. I've done runway. I've been in magazines, on magazine covers. The whole industry, how fake it is. Like, it's like, be careful what you wish for. Like, I wanted to be famous. Well, I got it, and I couldn't even leave the house because you get bothered and people want to, like, take pictures, and it was a weird feeling. I didn't change. It was like the people around me changed, and I lost a lot of friends when I got on Love and Hip Hop because they were so jealous. So they weren't my friends anyway, but it was hurtful. It was hurtful. Like, it was just a lonely place. So, you know, I want to talk about that too. So many things. Just so many things. I've been engaged 4 times. I ran away. I'm thank God, because I would have been divorced 4 times. Let's be for real. Oh, I'm going back on Hinge. I made a video about that. I haven't answered any of the messages, but I'm going to. Because you know what? I watch the ID channel and I see all these horror stories about dating and I get scared. But then I'm like, wait a minute. You can meet somebody crazy in real life too. It doesn't matter where you meet them. You just have to be safe and meet them in a public place and don't let them pick you up or, you know. But I have friends that have gotten married to people from dating apps. And I'm at the point where I do want someone in my life. Like, but honestly, I can't let anybody disturb my peace at this point in time either. I'm in a very peaceful, happy place being by myself. But I would like companionship. But it has to be the right person that's mature and that's not going to turn into a psycho and bother me all the fucking time. Like, I can't. So I'm going to just stop talking myself out of it because I'm a Virgo. That's what we do. And I'm going to actively start dating older. 50 and up. 45 and up. 45 and up. I don't even know. Is 45 even mature enough? Some of them never grow up. Let's see. This is all stuff that I need to do. Also, I do food reviews. I just hit 77 million on Google Maps for my food reviews. So many things. I'm so unorganized too. I'm like a pen and paper type person. Oh, my teeth. That made national headlines. I got the cheap veneers from Colombia. It's so windy out. It's a storm here in New York. That went national. My teeth almost rotted out of my mouth. I had cheap Colombian veneers put on that everybody's getting now. Biggest mistake of my life. These are the expensive, nice veneers, the real veneers. But that whole mission, that's a whole nother topic. Let's see. Oh, God, how I was catfished on MySpace years ago. Do you remember MySpace? That's a crazy story. So I have a bunch of stories, too. You don't even want to know that one because that one, I was so dumb. But it is what it is. I'll tell that story. My $23,000 birthday party from hell. That's another story. And I didn't want the party. I swear to God, I didn't want that party. Let's see. How to reinvent yourself. God knows I've done it a million times. Basically. Yeah. And then there's so many more, but there's so many. I think that's a good enough start. So do you get it now, like the niche? And then people ask me, like, what do you use on your skin? What do you get done at the med spa? Botox and fillers, this and that. What do you do for this? I have so many things to talk about that there's no way I could just narrow it down. So I just think just being myself, like I've always been, I mean, has worked. And just, I already have the platforms. So it's like, all I got to do is build this page up and promote it on other platforms. Some guy left a comment like, oh, another person that thinks they're going to blow up overnight on YouTube, that thinks it's easy. Well, I mean, I got on VH1, I've been on Dr. Phil, I've been on the Learning Channel. I have my own show. That's another topic. I have my own show on Amazon Prime that I co-executive produced, directed, and starred in. It's called Finding Chrissy. 6 episodes about my reality after reality TV. It's still on Amazon Prime and it's still on Tubi. How do you make your own reality show? How do you get it onto Amazon Prime? I have so many topics. So I think I could do YouTube. I'm on Amazon Prime. I think I could do it. I have my own show on Amazon Prime. I think I could do YouTube. What do you think? I think so. So the negative shit, save it. Save it. I can do anything I want. So that's also too about self-motivation and motivating you guys to get your shit together. Because, hello, we all have a lot of potential that we're not living up to. And, I get depressed about it sometimes because I feel like I'm not doing enough. But then I think, oh my God, look how much you've accomplished. I've never stopped just to like, hey, good job, because I'm on to the next thing. And that's something that I'm working on. It's windy. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. Now, please, let me know if there's any topics that you're interested in, particularly out of the things that I named. And I have so many more. God, I have some really horror stories too, like horrible dating stories and, but whatever. Yeah, it's going to be me. And then we're going to go out. We're going to go to, when the weather warms up, we're going to go on trips together. I'm going to take you guys along in the city. A lot of things. So my life is interesting. My life is great. Like, why do I feel like I need to just do one thing? No. So the people that like me will stay, and the people that don't, you got a million other people to watch. It's okay. I'm not for everybody, and I don't want to be. So I love you guys. Please have a good night. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Mwah!